Hi, welcome to Brunch with Brian, your daily live stream, home investing live stream. This is I wanted to talk to you today about, it's May Ray Day, and I want to talk about how you can be a ray of sunshine to your sellers. So I always talk about, one of the things I really want you to focus on whenever you're talking to a customer or a possible referral source, a real estate agent, anybody like that, I want you always thinking this great radio station, WIIFM. That's what's in it for me. So I want you to be thinking, what's in it for me, for your customer. So with your, if you're talking to an agent and you're going to bump into a lot of realtors over the course of your career, and a bunch of them this summer. And so you should always be asking them if they know of anybody, especially if they're a listing agent. You want to let them know that if they ever get a listing and the seller might be open to taking monthly payments, they can get a double commission because they can represent you and the seller. And obviously agents and folks, everybody is pretty money motivated, so that's going to entice them. If they're a buyer's agent and if they see more buyers, that's good. And sometimes you can actually get buyer leads from them or seller leads. Now, if you're going to get a buyer lead, what do you have to give usually? Some kind of a commission. And so you can work it out. A lot of times agents can be flexible. You might give them a 1 or 2 or 3% commission, depending on the deal and how good the buyer is that they bring in. I know some of our students will actually do, they'll do a percentage of how much money the person brings in. So remember, an agent can take commissions, and you just set it up as a commission, and you could give them, if they bring in a buyer with $30,000, I'm pretty okay with giving them a couple $1,000s, okay? So when we're talking about being a ray of sunshine, as I said, that's what we have. About how you're a ray of sunshine, or how you can be a ray of sunshine to other people in your life. And for those people that you know who are a ray of sunshine in your life, I want you to give them, say how much you appreciate them today, and give them a big compliment and appreciate how much they do for you and how much they lift your spirits. All right, let's get to these. Now, this is what I want you to talk about with sellers. So here's the 10 benefits. These are the 10 benefits to a creative financing deal to the seller. So these are things I want you to hit. What's in it for me? The seller is instantly thinking, and this should be in your marketing. It's the USPs. These are formulated into USPs, or unique selling propositions, that the seller sees in your marketing. One of the main ones right now is what, guys? What's one of the main ones that a lot of us are using in the creative financing world? It's full price for your house. Okay, so that's always a good one. Sellers care about money. Money is obviously the motivator in a lot of these decisions, but not all of them. Okay, so you'll see as I go through these 10, some are life and hassle motivated. Okay, so let's go through these. Now, you say these, they're written into the scripts. So when you're doing a closing call, or you're doing some of these, some of the deals, as you're going through the script, you're hitting these benefits. However, if you want to see one concentrated version of a lot of these benefits in one spot, where do you go? You go to the no call. Okay, so if the seller said no, this is the no call. So this is the one I want you to use it in the manual. We have Ron's no call in there and the Wolff's no call. Remember, in the what to say and what to do, we've got all of Ron's scripts. Everything Ron has said for 35, 40 years, and everything we say, and everything we say every day. Everything that, and I'm constantly rewriting the scripts, as you guys know, making them a little better and fine-tuning them. And you'd think I'd be done after 18 years of doing it, but there's always a little thing you can do better. All right, so if you want to hit a concentrated encapsulation of these benefits to the seller, review the no script. Now, you should have our Pretty House Calling Guide. That's the blue one, the little blue packet. And it's in there. It actually says no call. Okay, so when you get a no to taking monthly payments. Let's go through these benefits. But first, let's get happy. Let's be a ray of sunshine for our own self. How can you be a ray of sunshine in your day? What can be a ray of sunshine activity for you? Deep breathing and smiling. That's a ray of sunshine. Anytime you can smile, it brings a ray of sunshine into your life and others. So let's put a big smile on and let's do our deep breathing. Okay, deep breath in. Hold it a little bit. And you know, you can actually increase your lung capacity if you take super deep breaths and then sip in more and more. Ready? Deep breath in. But stretching out those lungs. And loosen up your shoulders and your neck where we hold lots of tension. One more, and big smile. Hold it and let it go. All right, let's go through our 10 benefits to sellers. Number one, and this is a big one, and I'll tell you what, this, you know right now, guys, it's a seller's market. So that's pretty obvious. Things will turn and it will become not dramatically, I don't think, like it did in 2008 and 9, but more gradually we're going to see the market grow softer, and we may see a one large adjustment when all the moratoriums go, but I don't think so. I think it's there's such a backlog of demand for houses that I think it's gonna, the supply is gonna start coming, and then it's gonna start meeting the demand, and then eventually overmatching the demand, and that's when we get to a buyer's market. So right in a buyer's market, this number one benefit is really big, but it's really big too in a seller's market, and that's instant sale. Now here's the hassle. In a really hot market, some people really just, they want an instant sale. They don't want to mess around with having to wait for loan approval or have any contingencies. And you know, and if you can walk in there and say, you know what, do a deal with me, and basically we're transferring title in about 3 days, because basically as soon as you pull title, you can do it. You can transfer title and move forward. So that's really a big one. Instant sale. You can move on with your life right away, and you know, they can move out. If they're already out, you're gonna make it happen instantly. Number two is debt relief. Now this is if you have a vacant house, if the person is making a double house payment, if they've already moved and the house is sitting there vacant, obviously that's a motivating factor, is debt relief. You're helping them out. You're going to start making the payment. And number three is freedom. You know, one thing that we stress in the scripts, you're going to get to move on. You'll get to sell your house and just move on and not ever have to worry about it again. Won't that be awesome? All right, so freedom, not chained to the house. Number four, and this is just a purely money benefit, no commissions, no closing costs. And yes, we hit that. Sometimes we'll hit that in a line and we'll say no commissions, no closing costs, no hassles. So write that one down, guys. That's a good USP. No commissions, no closing costs, no hassles. That's one of our main ones. Sell for full price. You know, sell now for full price. If you want to hit that instant sale thing, sell now for full price. Again, no commissions, no closing costs, save big money on number four. Number five, people are sick of the hassles and they're sick of realtor calls. No more phone calls, no more realtor calls. Once we switch that Zillow over, you're never going to have to worry about taking all these calls. And we're going to switch the Zillow over right when I come over to your house to buy it. Okay, so that's exciting to a lot of people. No more phone calls, no more realtors. 6, no showings. Some people hate the idea of showing their house, and you can put this in your advertising and you can stress this on the phone. Look, I'll buy your house without even seeing it, okay? All I need you to do is take a video chat, do a video chat with me, either do FaceTime or Google Duo or Zoom or something, and walk around the house. Most of these houses are pretty houses, guys. There's not a lot of hidden damage in these houses, but have them walk around the house, show you the whole house, and you can buy it off of that, and we're doing it all the time. We just bought another one in Minnesota. So guys, this is something that's happening on a regular basis where we don't see the houses, and you know, you just put somebody in there, and remember, they're responsible for the repairs after you put the lease purchase buyer in there. I mean, you're going to check the main systems. You're going to make sure that the AC unit isn't just ready to give up the ghost or other things, but you don't have to see these houses, okay? No showings, just me and a video showing okay. And you know, sometimes they're okay if it's just you. And yeah, I would like it, technically, yes. If it's a local house and not a deal at a distance, not a virtual investing deal, yes, I would like it if you would be able to go over and see it personally and meet the person personally. And you know, things are starting to relax with that. So number 7, we buy as is. Okay, now a lot of these houses aren't trashed, but they're kind of worn, you know, they're lived in. This is maybe the seller's house that they lived in the last 5 or 10 years. It definitely needs new carpet, paint. We expect to do a pretty house polish. We expect to do 4 things. We expect to do carpet, we need to expect to do flooring, you know, whatever the flooring is. Sometimes it's carpet, tile, luxury, vinyl, plank, flooring, whatever it is. Then interior paint, and then granite countertops, because countertops sell the house. And the kitchen really sells the house. And even if you can get a big slab, you can put those countertops matching in the bathrooms, which is what we like to do. Then you also do landscaping. Make the house look nice. All of a sudden it got windy. Okay, so make the house look nice. All right, so, but we buy as is. You don't have to fix the house. So we expect to do some repairs if it's a little rough. And see, that's what, when they get an agent in there and the agent says, you know what, you know, all you got to do is put some new flooring in here, paint the walls, and then I'll sell it. I'll be able to sell it quickly. You know, and so you just say, hey, I don't care. You know, if it's a little beat up, I really don't care. Let's move forward. Okay, number 8, no inspections, no appraisals to worry about. People worry about the appraisal coming in, especially on a higher priced house or when they're jacking the price a little bit, which is okay by us generally. You know, they're worried about if the appraisal is going to come in, or inspections. You know, these inspections are just pick, and people hate that stuff. So it's really great if you can say no appraisals, no inspections. We use that a lot as a USP in the advertising. People remember that appraiser has to come over there, and they're biting their fingernails sometimes the whole time. So number 9. It's no more worrying. See, some people are real worriers. They're thinker brains, and basically we can tell them, you know, once we come over, you'll have no more worries, and you don't have to worry about if the house is going to sell or not, because it's going to be a done deal right when I come over. And number 10, it's an easy sale. Remember how I said no commissions, no closing costs, no hassles? Sometimes we put those benefits together, and so this one, number 10, we say no hassles and no hard paperwork. Okay, sometimes people just hate the paperwork, you know, and this is such simple paperwork. It's really, the whole agreement is one piece of paper, okay, and it's a legal size piece of paper if you print it that way, or 3 pieces if you do it in letter format. I did want to tell you guys, I have a format. I have the purchase and sale agreement. We have a plane flying over me. We have a purchase and sale agreement edited into letter format. And so especially if you're doing a virtual deal and the seller has to print the docs on their own printer, I don't want you saying, okay, now you got to take out the letter paper and you got to put in the legal size paper. No, they'll never do it. So we have a version on 3 pages, and that makes it easy. Remember, we want no hassles, no hard paperwork. So we make the paperwork super easy. In fact, I just went over that. Now, if you didn't hear the Teaching Tuesday yesterday, you really got to go back. In fact, you can request the link to that, and you really need to listen to that going into summer. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe just sending that out to everybody as an email, because we're going over the paperwork, and you got to know the paperwork this summer. And even some of our more advanced students are getting simple stuff, or not simple stuff, but stuff on the paperwork wrong. So we really need to get that worked out for everybody. So check that out. Maybe we'll give you a link, or you can email us anytime. support@thewolffcouple.com. You can get us there anytime and ask for that if you want a link to that recording. Basically, I go through all the paperwork, but what you need is you need the form called the seller file checklist is what you want, seller file checklist. So you can ask for that. So guys, another great lesson today. These are the benefits you got to keep foremost in your mind as you talk to sellers this summer. That's why I wanted to go over it at the beginning of the summer here, because we're launching into a very successful summer where you're going to do a lot of deals. And so you got to remember all those great seller benefits. And that's why they do it. Remember, WIIFM, what's in it for me, that's what they care about. And so you always want to focus on what they care about, and that's really important. You do need to build a credibility, build rapport, make friends and all that, but once you do that, I want you to be hitting these benefits and explaining the deal. So guys, I'm going to send out a really great Wolf Bite Wednesday video link today, and we're back with Thursdays Live with the Wolves. Now don't forget, a week from Friday, very important, we're doing another Taking Action virtual, and that's an awesome 6-hour day event, and that's on Friday, and we're going to specifically focus on acquisitionists, working with acquisitionists, and if you have an acquisitionist, bring them along. All right, so until then, guys, until we see you later today and tomorrow, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking action.